Oop. Still trying to set my microphone up. Sorry, you guys. There we go. Start. There we go. Fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to just rip open Rattlor. This will be kind of a quick video. So let me go ahead and log in so I can see your guys' comments. And, ooh, I only got 1% left on my iPad. I'm just going to shut that off. I'll just look at the comments here on the screen. So if you're here, go and sound off and say, hey, I'm here, Todd. Let's see anybody say, hey, Master Far, thanks for joining us. And so, as you guys know, we got this Rattlor figure a while ago. And the original Rattlor had a button you'd push right here, and you'd go and just shoot his head right out. It was really cool. And I remember the velocity to shoot the head out was pretty cool. So there's a couple things to do. One is you could pretend like he's scaring He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, or we can actually headbutt them by lining him up and pressing that button on his back and shoot the head right out. And it was kind of a really fun feature. Unfortunately, with Origins, just like they did with Classics, they just basically had a little extra neck piece on here, and bada bing, bada boom, you got to pull off the Z head, and then stick it on there like that. Then you got your other version. So you lose that cool feature of being able to shoot other figures with his head, or the surprise attack when you're playing with friends and they don't know about this figure yet, or grandkids. So you lose the cool surprise attack. You just got to pop it on, pop it off. Not quite as much fun, but still kind of a cool figure. And of course he rattles. You hear that or not? Put it by the microphone. Yeah, like this. And so kind of like a baby toy with a rattle inside of it. Hence his name, Rattlor. It's supposed to be his tail with a rattlesnake tail. But they made this other version, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles version. It's funny. I remember one time I went to work. And while I was at work, this guy, John, came up to me, and he starts talking about this thing. I didn't know what he was talking about. He goes, there was 4 of them, and they were ninjas, and they were turtles. And he starts talking all about this thing. Well, I never heard of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time. It was past my prime of playing with action figures at that point. I was more of a working man. And I remember he was talking about it. I'm like, what? John, what are you talking about, man? No idea this whole thing. He saw it on TV. He thought it was the funniest thing ever, this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And here is this thing going on. Now, it's interesting. They called it Reptile Wars, which originally Masters of the Universe Snake Men were reptiles, usually poisoned reptiles of some sort, or poisonous whatever. In fact, Tongue Lasher was supposed to be a frog, and so the idea is supposed to be just poison type creatures, not just snakes. So kind of interesting. They went back to the Reptile Wars, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, scour Eternia for Shredder, but find themselves in the middle of King Hiss and a plot of the Snake Man's most powerful force in the universe. Whew. Let's see. I just sold my Turtles of Grayskull, Mechanic, and Rattlor. Oh. Well, let's take a look at this and see how cool he is, and do some comparisons with the other figure right here, right next to him. Now, it's funny is that one time our wall was painted this color yellow, and I remember my wife, not quite as bright as this, ended up spilling some on one of my figures, and it stuck really good. And I went back and used that same yellow paint to fix my original 80s Rattlor, where the paint has scraped off his chest. And it was kind of funny how close the color was. It actually matched. I think it might have been for the kitchen. I don't remember what she painted that color yellow for. I think it was the kitchen. It's a long time ago. A long time ago in a galaxy right here, right now. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. Kind of a fun, some artwork there. Hey, I found you. Yes. Who is Fred? Anyway, sorry, I missed the joke, man. But hey, Charles. Anyway, so let's go ahead and crack this guy open. And here we got a comic book. And you can see the craziness. And Cool. All right, let's see what's removable on them. I'm guessing the same as everything. Now, we just opened a figure very similar to this earlier today. This figure right here with the same kind of hands. But in this case, they gave him the one monster hand and the one human hand. And this guy's going to get the 2 monster hands. So that'll be cool. And I like the fact that I'm having a lot of fun with the clear plastics. As you guys know, I love clear plastics. I always have since I collected Micronauts as a kid. Not quite sure about this crazy pink, but we'll see how it all goes together and how it looks. Come on out of there, Rattlor. Oh, it's stuck, and now I'm knocking pieces off the figure. Oh, knocked off both shoulder pads. Not good. Not good. Now, it's funny. I saw some figures the other day. I think it was Todd McFarlane, and there was a warning to cut off the plastic tabs and use hot water to move the joints before you mess with the figures. And it's like, okay, finally somebody's putting the warnings on there about the hot water, or heat them up with a hairdryer, I think it might have said, actually. But, okay, let's go back on the forearms. Let's see, where's the other one? There it is. There we go. Stick on there. All right. Oh, got it backwards. There we go. Stay put. All right, so interesting. So he's got kind of a mixture of some parts we've seen. We have seen those same clear feet with Moss Man here. And you can see it's got the same kind of feet going on there. And then we got the monster hands just like Moss Man. And then we have different arms though. I think these are the standard snake type arms on top. And the bottom, you know, it is also the same snake arms. So these are just the same arms we got with him. Just the hands and feet are different. And the legs are the same legs as Rattlor. The tail's the same. Now, of course, this extra armor piece is different. Oh, now he's all coming apart. But I really like the gradient look. The gradient look we have going on here on the side there. So you can see this one here just cuts right off on the edge, right where it's at. But this one has kind of a cool gradient. So I would actually like to use this for my Rattlor here, just to kind of jazz it up. But we'll do that later. Let's get back to messing with this. Put this back on, put this back on. Now here's something that's really crazy, and I kind of like this, is in this figure right here, we have Rattlor's head opened right up like he's going to eat a giant rat or something. And out comes the new head of the dragon. The head of the dragon! And it's a really cool looking dragon head. I just like the way this looks. I just wish it wasn't pink. But this is a really cool looking dragon looking head. And look at the nostrils on there and everything and the things going back. That is a really cool looking head. And he has neck pieces. He's got 2 of them. Count them, 2. 1, 2. Which then of course you can extend this to make it extra long. Just like a gum commercial. It lasts extra long. And then you can pop this off. Stick this on. And just have it just look like something is just coming out of his mouth. Which is, in a way, really kind of creepy. But cool at the same time. It's creepy cool. So there we go. No. Oh, Rattlor. And look at that. Because of that middle piece is now articulated in the middle, you can get a lot of coolness out of that piece. All right. Now, this armor does have these weird little things in the back, like we saw with the other figures that we saw, so we can put on tentacles or other things. But they didn't come with anything to stick on there. So, nothing extra to put into those holes, but they do exist. I'm not a fan of this one weird looking eyepiece on there, but that's okay. All right, now let's do what I want to do. Let's do this thing. Let's pull off his arms, pull off his waist, rip off his head, and let's update my other Rattlor with the cool new gradient. Look at it, matches his belt, that gradient. That's so cool. Now you can put the regular head on him. And then when Rattlor decides to summon his inner chi, his head opens up and out comes the dragon. Release the dragon. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I am loving that. And then if you want, you could stick on some of the dragon things on his wrist too. Where's the other one? There it is. I'm not going to stick dragon armor on there because, again, not a fan of the weird eyeball. But that is cool. I am digging that. So this is going to be my new Rattlor. Ugh. I know the neck piece doesn't match. Bummer. But I just love that gradient. It matches his belt. So what the heck. All right. Let me see your guys' comments. I've been ignoring you because I've been having my lights in the way. I like Ghostbusters mixed with Moto. Yes. I love to do the Ghostbusters Moto mix. As you guys know, I have Ghostbuster figures that I've put together. Yes. We still need a figure of Blast Attack. He was a Snake Man in the mini comic. That is true. The armor is too big for other figures. Don't forget King Hiss too. I'm not going to buy the new King Hiss. I know it looks cool with the mouths on the hands. I'm just not a fan of the weird silver going on with him. So I'm not going to get the new King Hiss. Let's put him back to normal. It's funny, my grandson the other day, he was playing over here and he had Snake Mountain out and he picked out his figures and stuff. And he was looking at my mix match figures and he was not a fan of me mixing and matching figures. He's like, Grandpa, why do you do that? Just put them back to normal. He did not like my customizations of mixing and matching figures. It really bothered him. He wants all the guys to be in their right spots, not mixed up with other figures. It's kind of funny. He reminds me of his dad sometimes. So before I change this for good, I will let him see it in the natural state before Grandpa tears them apart and puts them differently. So next time he visits, he can check it out the right way. Here's to you, grandson. I will, of course, make them the way I want later. There we go. There we go. Rah. Now, I did remember what I did with my Moss Man I talked about earlier as I turned him into a slime pit monster. So this is Moss Man who's been slimed. I've been slimed. And so I decided that would be cool. This is my slime pit Moss Man. That's why he's got the horde symbols on him. I just like that idea better than what they had made. All right, let's check out your guys' comments. Remco Warrior crossover is my dream. I think somebody else is making the Remco Warriors, though. I kind of want Moto and Transformers crossover. Todd, do you have any plans to collect the new Thundercats Masters of the Universe crossover figures? I do not, Charles. I love my Thundercats that Super 7 made, and I don't want to start a whole new box of figures, so that's as far as I'm going to go. Now, if they make some secondary figures that are made to be smaller or that they oversize on purpose, I may be using them. Does the head fit the mouth? Let me see here. That would be kind of weird, having the mouth come out the mouth. Oh, I swallowed another snake. That is really weird. It's almost like he's coming out of his skin. It's time for my skin to mulch. All right, let's see what else we got here. Hey, Todd in South Jersey. It's 11:55 p.m. What is it where you're at? It's just about 9 o'clock, or it is 9 o'clock. Let's take a look. Yep, it's 8:56. I'm all in on Thundercats Moto. I would have been. I'm actually getting ready to do a massive purge. I always say that all the time. So soon I'll be selling a whole bunch of my Origins and Masterverse. But I will have you know, these are my Masterverse figures and other figures that I have decided to mix into my line of figures. And check it out. I have added Roboto here into the mix of figures that are worthy to be used with my classics. So you can see the new Roboto is in there. I do have another Roboto on order from classics that I'll be mixing with this figure. I don't know how much I'll mix with it. Maybe just the head. Maybe some of the weapons too. We'll see. But I did get another classics Roboto on Fleabay, and so that will be coming soon. How do you feel about Thundercats and Masters of the Universe? I think it's really cool for those that love the Origin size figures. I think it's great. Personally, even though I do like a lot of the Origins, and it would be my line that I would collect if it was the only thing I had. But like I said, because classics is my thing, and I don't want to just dump all my classics and I'm running out of room, I'm going to focus more on classics. And they have a classics Thundercat line, and now the new ones are the deluxe ones. So I'll be sticking with Super 7. Super 7. So there you go. And I still got to open this guy. I've been sitting on this guy for way too long. He needs to be open soon. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll open that cool Skeletor. Oh, I'm dropping parts on the floor. I dropped my cool purple armor. You know what? What does this guy look like with pink and purple? My granddaughter probably liked him then. Grandpa, he's pink and purple. Put the purple arm cuffs on him. Saw about the armor for the purple one. That'd be weird. Anyway, I gotta wait till my grandson sees him first before I do any more mixing. No mixing and matching. All right, let's check out your guys' final comments, and then I will be ending this. Todd, can you make them regular Thundercats and have extra stuff in the package? Yes, that's what I've heard, Mike. You can make them regular Thundercats. That is so cool, and I love that point of them. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate it. Yes, the Moss Man is cool. Thoughts on model kits? You mean like test these models and things like that? It sounds funny. I actually hate models. I know it sounds weird. I think I would like them. I got a model kit right over here. That I have been wanting to build forever and a day. And it's this animal pit, and this would be so cool to build, to stick into like like Snake Mountain or something. And I just can't get around to building it. And it's only a skill level 2, and it should be really easy. It's just model kits to me are painful. They are just nothing but pain. And so yeah, this guy's foot's been mangled for me keeping it in this box too long now. The creature feature. But I made a video about this years ago, and it does look really cool when you have it built. I just have not got around to building it. And the sad part is I probably never will. How messed up is that? And I did make some little Star Wars models one time, and for my stop motion video. And just not a fan of making models. I know my friend always laughs at me too. He goes, "You should love making models, man." It's like, no, I like making my own stuff and models with the directions and the here's how you build. Even when I was a kid, when I had Lego, I might make it one time the way the Lego directions say, just so I can have it, and then I would tear it apart and make my own thing, my own space stations, my own monorails, whatever it was. It's very rarely any of my stuff looked like the box after a short period of time. As you probably guessed, because I'm always customizing my figures too. In fact, if you look at my top 11, my top 11 figure, every single one of them has been customized in one way, shape, or form or another. Every single one. Like, look, Tila has new boots from the Snake Tila. He's gone through all kinds of modifications. He-Man's got Classics armor on and a Classics head. And then, you know what? I don't think he's customized. He came right out of the 5-pack, as is. This Tila has the head from Masterverse. This guy has the armor from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the legs from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Merman, he might also be right out of the 5-pack. And then he has arms from Andre the Giant. And then Skeletor has armor from Keldor, and I swapped out the Skeletor face for this face so it matches the armor color. Manny Faces has gone through all kinds of changes, from face changes to part changes to leg changes, everything else. So he's gone through a lot too. And the Green Tila, I don't think she's had any changes. I think that's it for my top 11. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, Trapjaw. Triclops. And he's gone through no changes either, I don't think. All right, there you go. There is, oh, Evelyn. And she's gone through no changes either. She has all her original parts. I forgot Tila also has the Sorceress's legs too. So I couldn't find any knees that matched Tila. So these are actually the Sorceress's legs. So, I mean, it's just funny. I mean, every single figure I touch, just about, I have to alter. So I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I still do it now. Crazy, crazy. All right. Anyway, I know I went on a long rabbit trail just to show this cool guy. It's supposed to be a quick video, but I ended up jumping in. Oh, I keep knocking off that piece. I have to invite my grandson over soon before I lose these guys' pieces. He'll think he's cool. He'll think he's cooler than I think he's cool. Maybe he might even leave my house with them afterwards, and I won't have any parts to trade. But anyway, there we go. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Like they always say in the 1987 movie, good journey, dragon power. They don't say dragon power, but anyway, good journey, you guys. Bye now. I want the Classics Despera. Oh yeah, she's coming out in Origins, isn't she? Are you getting Origins Despera? I'm not sure yet. I love Skeletor as the most cool villain. Yes. Thanks, Commenteer. You have a great night too and a great weekend. All right, good journey, you guys. Bye now.